Hi, my name is Zilka. I go by Hannah. I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am sitting here today doing another insert, and this one is for the general public. And so there's a couple of things. Have you ever written a book, or did wedding invitations, or did a song, or did something, music, to feed yourselves, and something came along and just simply crushed it? When we do the real evolve, that is what we are limiting. What ended up happening, part of C3's history, is because Hanna was raised by blacks, even though she was closely, by about her guess, 220 years, linked to Mark Zuckerberg from Central Asia. Now, she carried a band name, a native name. He's a completely different individual. Even though there was a connection, somehow the thousands of media people out there felt so good flipping this to a political campaign and injuring the real chosen. So why am I mentioning this with the castle? Because it's all interlinked in the entire story. And what this individual did was she wrote sort of like, her Sun collection is almost like a Harry Potter book, where it's 70% done and the last remaining 30% was taken. And again, it's these same type of individuals where even yesterday when she went into the clothing store, we're a little Markham town now. The woman's all prepped up buying $300 sweaters with her Louis Vuitton bag. It just doesn't suit the vicinity, and they are all here, which is okay. We need a whole that can be, but the point of the matter is it goes with the whole project as one. So what Hanna did was slowly start pulling it away from every country and bringing it back into Ontario, which is so depressed at this particular time. And we are trying to do the 101 proposals to better humanity, because our ultimate goal, or a woman's ultimate goal inside the military compounds or inside the closed entry, is to actually try to design a world where there's not one single teardrop. Is it difficult? It's extremely, to the point that Hannah's neck was broken, limbs were removed and reattached. It was lethal warfare over the course of 10 or 15 years, some type of vendetta, some type of almost like intercourse amongst two gay men taking turns feeling good. But our objective is not to feel good. Our objective is to exist on Earth, pulling that energy of animal away in generating a better society where there's not one single teardrop. You need a lot of experience for that. And this is the fluke behind the entire divination portion of it. It's Hanna's background. It was not a planned story, but it cost a lot of injury to her settings, people of political nature, injuring our Canadian Asians in the name, injuring Muslims. This is part of C3's hidden history. Now, will she do the 100 proposals? Probably not. She was counseled against it. Therefore, she's just going to try to hire staff to do the 101 or 200, and they will eliminate or choose. And it's part of this whole zone of Hannan, and an area dedicated in protecting those that were injured by the hornet's nest, fighting the armies, fighting the richest Jews, fighting the Orthodox Jews. It was a very, very ugly scenario, fighting the new Jews, all part of interlinked stories that make up the real Evolve or the Sun collection. So again, if you've been burnt, or if this is the perfect channel for you, or the perfect train of thought in pushing or supporting the real evolve, because when people build stuff and then someone comes in like a brute and takes it, and Hanna knows that very well, you know, something with lipsticks overseas selling something she worked very hard in producing, and then crushing her like that because the richest have hired gypsies or have hired Armenians or have hired other people to just kind of dance in front of theaters. We don't want those types of behaviors. We want to push betterment, and the way to do it is really via support. And the only way you're gonna see the entire mega project or bits and pieces until Hanna dies, that's when it's probably a lot of it's gonna be closed, is by supporting the actual site. And here is the problem. She is not generating because they are in her bank account fraudulently in the name of genetic testing. So if you produce something and someone falsifies and